So today I brought my oldest kiddo on to talk about the pros and cons of public school versus homeschool. I brought my oldest kiddo on and not my other two because they were actually in kindergarten. They've only done kindergarten in public school, and coronavirus actually had hit, and so they didn't even get to finish their kindergarten year. So they don't have a whole lot of experience in the public school. My oldest went all the way up into second grade. He has a lot of experience with public school, and he now has some experience with homeschooling. So we are going to talk a little bit about that today. And he's just going to be real and honest, and it's going to be from his perspective, not from mine, from his. And that's it. We hope you enjoy. Okay, so let's start with the pros and cons of public school first. Tell me a con of public school.
We sit at a desk all day.
Yeah. You get recess, right?
Yeah, we do get recess.
Is it pretty long, pretty short?
Short.
Pretty short.
And then at the end of the day, we have to come home with schoolwork. Homework, right?
Homework, yeah.
It's been a long time, sorry. Homework. And our brains are already super tired, and then some kids come home crying because their brains are so tired.
They're so tired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one con is that you had to sit at a desk for long periods of time, and you came home super exhausted and still had more work to do. Okay, what's another con of public school?
So there is a time you get laps.
Huh?
You get laps. And there's this little circle.
You get laps for what?
For being bad.
For being bad? Like, do you get so many chances?
No. They don't give you no chances.
So you have to walk laps when?
At recess.
At
Spend
recess?
your recess time walking laps.
So what do the teachers consider something bad that would make you have to walk laps?
Taking too long to use the restroom. I don't know, playing at the lunch table. Like, I bet you those rules are at your house.
They are. We have the same rules at our dinner table. But I think the difference is that you guys get a lot of time to play during the day. I think when you go to public school, there's not a whole lot of time. You get a small period for recess, and so kids have this, and it's in their nature that they want to play. They learn through play. They explore through play. Like, they have to play, and you get a very small time for that. So it's going to seep out in other areas where it's not supposed to. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another con is that we have to get up super early. And I am so tired.
So like when you used to go to public school, yeah, we would all get up super early, and then we would all be like rushing out the door, and we're like, where are your shoes? Where is this? And we're trying to get you out the door on time so you don't get a tardy, right?
Another con is because I don't get one-on-one time. And sometimes it's really upsetting because you raise your hand over and over and over, and she doesn't even call you because she's working with all these people at one time, and her brain's just so tired that she could fall asleep.
Yeah.
And then I turn in my test, and then I get it wrong, or something like that, and I get it completely wrong. And I tried, and I asked for help many times.
Yeah.
But I didn't get any.
Yeah, so it left you feeling frustrated, and it left you feeling what, like you weren't learning?
It left me feeling like that's pretty much the whole job of a teacher, is to help and teach.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, and she has a lot of students, so it makes it hard, huh?
Mm-hmm. She has, the max students is 20.
That's a lot. Mommy struggles with you 3. I don't know how a teacher would do it with 20 and be able to get every student, because we've seen that like different people learn different ways too, right? Yeah, so it makes it really, really hard for the teacher to have 20 different people to be able to teach. She can't possibly have enough time to go individually to each one, so it can leave you frustrated, huh? Okay, let's move on. What are some of the pros of public school? Some of the good things of public school.
Okay. that you make more friends because you're literally around 20 kids, actually 19 kids.
That are your age.
It's just fun because my friends, we just played football no matter what.
During recess?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one of the pros is that it's easy to make friends.
Because you're around so many kids, all the grades, all the third graders. So if you're in third grade, all the third grader classes will come together to do recess.
Yeah. So are there any more pros of public school that you can think of?
No.
Okay. So only just that you get to make friends. Okay. All right. Let's talk about homeschooling. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What are some cons of homeschooling?
I don't think there's any.
You don't think there's any?
It's harder to make friends because you're home. You're just home.
Yeah, you're just home. Yeah. I think that's something that a lot of homeschool families go through, is that they're trying to make sure that their kids are able to socialize and make friends. So what are some of the ways that we are able to socialize and stay connected to people?
We have lots of friends that we can play with around us.
Yeah, like in our neighborhood?
Yeah. And we stay connected with our church community.
Yeah. And then we're part of a homeschool
Group.
field trip group.
Field trip group.
Yeah.
One time we went to Kidsania.
We went to Kidsania. Yeah. They may not know what that is.
It's like a city.
It's
for
a
kids.
city for kids. It's a city for kids. It's pretty awesome.
Money on
So
a credit card.
those are the three primary ways that we try to stay connected with people, right? Homeschool field trip group that we're connected with. Our neighborhood, we try to stay very connected in getting to know new people, new neighbors coming and going. And then also with our church community. Those are our three main ways that we stay connected to people, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think it's a con of homeschooling, but I think it's a challenge of homeschooling. Like, I grew up in public school and you were in public school. So when we start homeschooling, we only have public school to go off of. So we want to like have that same schedule at home because we're used to it. And so I think it's been hard to understand, hey, we have freedom. We don't have to do every subject every day. We don't have to like sit at a desk. You know, we don't have to follow the same rules of public school, right? I wouldn't say it's a con, but I would say it's a challenge to not have that way of thinking because we're used to public school, but now we're homeschooling and there's freedom in that. That's been a little bit of a challenge, hasn't it? Figuring out how to juggle the freedom, but still like pursue our work, you know, like be disciplined to do our work. Those have been some challenges, haven't they?
Yeah.
So what are some of the pros of homeschooling?
Oh, thousands, millions.
There are quite a few.
There's a lot.
Okay, so we're not going to talk through each one. Just go ahead and just like shoot down a list of some of the pros real quick of homeschooling because we know there's a lot.
I'll name like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Sure.
I have time to play in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't do that much as what they do.
In the public school? Yeah.
So we get more time to play and it's not as stressful because we know, oh, just go slow and actually learn something because we'll have hours, like, and so many hours to play.
Yeah, that's a good point that you can take your time actually learning instead of like pow, 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 pow. Yeah.
And we get to go on field trips whenever we want. One time we went to a skating ring.
That was our first homeschool field trip, wasn't it?
Yeah, I still remember.
Yeah, we were all pretty psyched out.
I get to get the sleep that I need. And it's just not as stressful because we get face-to-face time, right?
Yeah, we get a lot of one-on-one time.
And I can work independently. I mean, that's another thing of public school, but I can still work independently here and know what I'm doing more because we had face-to-face time. So I can do it independently and get a lot of the answers right.
Yeah, and that makes you feel better, right?
It makes me feel like, oh, I'm so smart.
Yeah, and that's good.
And a lot of our work is fun. Sometimes we'll do group lessons. We can take a day off. We can take a month off. We can take a jillion years off.
If we need to take a day off, what, we just say, no school today, huh?
No, you just say, no school
I
today.
say no school today. Yeah.
You can go play army men, whatever, princesses.
Yeah. So let's wrap up this video, Noah. What do you think? Do you prefer public school or homeschool?
I prefer homeschool.
Homeschool. So that's all that we have for you guys today. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like this video for me if you enjoyed some of Noah's pros and con feedback. And be sure to check out some of the other content. I do every Monday post a Christian content video for you, and then every Wednesday are my homeschool videos. So look through my playlist. Everything is organized for you guys. Have fun watching, and feel free to comment below with maybe your experience, you know, if you came from public school and then started homeschooling. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.